Next time, please tell us what we should not do at the start of the stream, including farting, singing lewd songs, singing copyrighted songs, and telling everybody the number and credentials of your credit card and other bank accounts for public entertainment.
But what are the last 4 digits of your credit card?
These are located within the range of 000 to 9999. Take a guess. It wouldn't take you too long.
Sure wouldn't. Let me just do some mathematics on this. Oh great, I'm on the temperature converter. So let's see. I bet you it's gonna be 10,000. I knew it! It was 10,000!
Okay. Out of character, how did you guess that?
Because there's 10,000 combinations, also you can't have 10,000 because that's 1 digit too many.
But you still guessed it right.
I can't believe I guessed your password. I mean, your credit card numbers.
Your pie deriving thing is really, really good.
Heckin'.
Okay, did somebody just draw a knife?
Yes.
I'm going to leave for a moment. No. Yes. No.
What did Arbo and Ichiki do last time?
I mean, together with Woomies, you went to the town, rescued a kobold from a sorcerer who was about to sacrifice him to some kind of an eldritch thing, but we basically shocked the guy, stole the kobold. Instead, the weird thing that he was about to summon transformed him into a very dark and scary tree that created a very, very nasty swamp in the middle of the thing. In the meantime, Woomies was basically Also, you basically found the sorcerer's room at an inn, where you found a bunch of nasty spell work that I believe Arbo had managed to copy. All the time, Woomies was wearing around a bird mask and trying to imitate a bird priest of some kind of a weird bird religion, with how many 3 points in religion and so to imitate it.
Okay, yeah.
Nothing out of the ordinary, basically.
Yeah, we found some weird magic stuff that we then brought back to the shaman, I think.
Yes, you did bring it back, and your tribe's local magician promised to review it, as far as I remember.
Oh yeah, well, what did you bring again? You had a scroll that I think was the blueprint of what he was doing in the forest, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it was what was it? Rice paper or something?
Yes, the
matte
rice paper.
With a kind of something on it in blood.
No, the rice paper wasn't like written in blood. That wasn't. There was like a thing on the floor, I think, on like a mat.
Yes.
Blood
Yes,
actually makes a
managed.
pretty shitty ink. Just so you know, because I tried it.
That depends on the type of paper you're using, but that is neither here nor there.
Yeah, but basically as kids we decided to do the whole thing and write a book in blood or something, and it sucked and it didn't work out.
Did you use print paper? Because blood does not stay in print paper. You need to use...
No, the only paper that we had access to was like wrapping paper.
Oh, that is even worse. It's usually steeped in some kind of a material to prevent leakage.
I just love the
So
mental image
yes,
of...
it was like trying to write in pencil over wax.
I love the idea of little baby Como being like, let's write a book in blood!
Well,
We're gonna make a Necronomicon!
kinda.
Actually, Sapphire, can we make this the plot of our today's session?
Making a Necronomicon?
No, just writing a book in blood. That would be fun, says Woomies as he hands his daggers to his two friends.
I mean,
Oh,
I had something planned, but if you really want to do that, sure. I'm not gonna go against your plans. I'm not your mom.
oh, actually, Arpo comes to you and hey, guys, there's I heard rumors about the soul-searing wizard who was visiting the local villages to read people's fortunes.
He sears one's soul.
What?
Where's the song from?
That is Goblins 2.
Oh yes. Yes.
A game from DOS.
You should really look at
Like a-
Drod's soundtrack, Deadly Rooms of Death. It's got a
Yeah.
nice soundtrack.
Yeah, that's good. Also, you can click on my nickname to see what I'm currently playing.
I can.
It
Oh,
doesn't exactly help. It
Playful
doesn't help
Dream.
much. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
that's really fancy.
I mean,
Soviet
it doesn't
elves.
help much. Yes, it doesn't help much, unfortunately, but even that kind of information is pretty nice.
So, yeah, this guy might be able to find my soul. So, I'd like to visit him.
Wait, you have no soul?
Yeah.
That's the problem.
You're like the cheerfulest guy I know. Apart from Ichiki. He's nice, and I kinda hug Ichiki really, really tight.
I
Thanks.
thought I told you about the whole thing when I gained all these sorcerer's powers. That was when I kinda lost my soul, but had it replaced with chaotic power,
By the way, here's a
That-
question to your
that
character.
thing-
Have you ever considered the possibility that if you get your soul back, that spark of magic might go away? Is that something that sits on your character's mind?
Well, there's that and not being a soulless monster. So,
Mm.
pros and cons.
Well, at least he's weighing his options.
I need to
I-
step outside for like a few minutes. I'll be back.
Don't worry about it, Como.
Okay.
Beep boop. Beep boop.
Vumis comes to Arpo and sniffs him really loud.
Okay.
What chambers is this taking place in? Like, where exactly in the scenario? Like the common room, just chilling, or?
Probably. Like just
Yes, more likely.
wherever these two are.
In that case, you get a couple of weird looks.
all excited like.
That's Vumis. Weird looks isn't exactly too much for him. So yeah, and then Vumis. So, what do I smell? What do I roll to smell?
Are you smelling Arpo? What are you trying to? What are you trying
Yes.
to smell?
Something eldritch, otherworldly, and Koboldish. Also beef jerky. What does he have any beef jerky on him?
Let me. I don't. The thing about scent is, the longest way they've held scent is just a thing you have or don't have, which is really dumb.
Yeah.
Nah, it's okay. It's just flavor thing.
Just give me a wisdom roll and see what comes out.
All right.
Well, you don't smell anything particularly out of the ordinary, although, depending on whether or not Arpo has beef jerky, you can probably smell that, because the beef jerky they make around here is pretty strong smelling of preservatives.
Oh,
Okay, so Vumis takes a deep, long smell. Suddenly, his eyes
Well, it
assume
depends
a
on if
thousand
Arpo
yards
has
stare.
beef jerky to begin with. That's up to him.
No, that's okay. So basically, Vumis wants to play a prank on his friend. So basically, his eyes assume a long, 1,000-yard stare. In a creaking voice, he has, that's it. Eyes can smell it.
oh,
I can smell that you ate beef jerky in the last month, and he lightly punches Arpo. You should have shared with us.
I'm currently eating beef jerky.
What a magic trick!
Want some?
Ace!
Yeah, I was just munching on a piece of beef jerky as we talk. So.
Yes, my powers were true. And then as Vumis is mounting on a tiny piece of beef jerky, because otherwise, because if Arpo would give him more, he'd eat it all. Vumis goes up, and I haven't smelled anything out of the ordinary. I think you're right.
Yeah, sure.
Heckin'. What a...
Ooh,
Woohoo! That's a cool bird.
nice.
Oh my god, that looks so cool.
Kinku cosplay.
I mean, I wouldn't go for the wings on the upper arms, but damn. Damn if I don't want that mask and those gloves and boots.
Yeah,
Strut the streets. Strutting. Do 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 do. Look at that shit. Why is he so smooth? Oh, he's a model. Oh heck.
I assume our dear viewers and our listeners are quite confused about our references. We're currently posting each other some really saucy pictures of some really saucy owls.
I'll put a browser thing in and I'll just plop it on the stream real fast and show it off.
Ooh, bear shock.
Ooh, look at this. Ooh.
Okay, I'll need to save that.
Is that a... Why is it that people have recently brought up bear shark? Or shark bear? Look at that boy. Is that not a handsome boy?
Because people have the right to bear arms.
Those are shark arms.
It's a bear with shark arms, yes.
It's good art though. I wish I could draw good art. When? Anyway. You're sitting in... Well, actually, to be fair, because you're shitting in the darkness and you only have, like, dark vision to help you, it is understandable that something that looks like beef jerky may not necessarily be beef jerky.
I was just... Looks like I'm like chewing on a piece of wood.
You know,
Yeah,
the fact that we have the right to
time I
bear
did
arms
this, I
gives me the impression that the founding
last-
fathers were furries.
Yeah, last time I thought something was a beef jerky and I ate it, I was really punched very hard for chewing off a bit of someone's tail.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure you... I find it impressive that Vumis grabbed something that was moving and probably resisting and thought, this is just regular beef jerky.
Yeah, silly beef jerky, you're not supposed to move.
I can't believe you were mansplaining a piece of beef jerky. Or bold-splaining, I guess.
Food splaining.
Bold-splaining is when a kobold tells you the dragons are great.
Oh.
They are, though.
Okay, Camo, where did you find that version?
In Google.
Oh.
It doesn't have full sharks, it only has, like, fins.
This just reminds me of that fucking dog meme. Like, how does he wear the pants? How does he have the sharks like this or like this?
Here's the shark with bare arms. Here's
That's
the
it,
source,
people.
by the
That's
way.
it, people. We broke the GM sessions over.
God damn. I want to have a cool costume someday. I don't need the jealousy. Let's see. Fight a shark with bare arms or fight a bear with shark arms.
Safi, jealousy is not the right word. Jealousy is when you're afraid that somebody's going to take something from you. It's
Really?
envy if you want something. Yes. It's literally in the vocabulary. 1 second.
I can't believe Como knows the vocabulary better than I do.
We're both foreigners. We both have English as a secondary language.
I
So,
mean,
there you
we
go.
all have English as a secondary language.
Yep.
We're
Yep.
all foreigners here planning to take over America with the gay agenda.
I mean,
Говори за себя, товарищ. Я предпочитаю коммунизм.
we know that.
Ха!
Maya has already achieved that goal, however.
Ну, я бы так не сказал, друг мой.
Sure, capers happening.
All kinds of
Yeah, the Kobold Kapers is just our little front for printing press.
The Cambridge
Printing
Dictionary,
press that-
Como. I only subscribe to Webster. Let's see.
Am I the only one using the free dictionary over here?
Envy is to wish you had something that another person has. Jealousy is a feeling of unhappiness and anger because someone has something or someone that you want.
All right, now Sapphire.
So jealousy is the
Uh,
bad feelings and envy is just the wish.
Yes. Now, please look at the new picture in the Discord channel. Does this picture elicit the feelings of envy or jealousy in you?
Yes, I would love to have an Infinity Gauntlet.
No,
I
I mean,
think it
yeah,
was a
gonna
but-
fit
feeling of
everybody in a
loss more
couple.
than anything.
No, it's not loss.
It could have been. It's so close.
It's 4
It
panels.
is, but it's
and-
not.
Yeah.
It needs one less character and the last panel flipped.
Don't
I don't
you
know,
wish
man.
your girlfriend was Doctor Strange?
Oh my god. So,
Yes.
what are you guys doing?
Eating everything! No. So yeah, Vermes is happily munching on beef jerky and is trying to listen to what other kobolds around them try to say.
Well, you can tell that a lot of kobolds are somewhat unhappy by the fact that, following the fact that the dwarves have been kind of having a falling out, some dwarves have, like, moved in over or near the kobold camp. Since they can't stay home, you know. So the old, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here argument. So,
But we did save a person. Did we actually got a paper from the book that she promised us?
didn't I already give you, like, a list of spells?
I believe you
No,
did,
you didn't. I
but,
think you- I
but
think
you
you
didn't.
said last time that you're gonna prepare the list, but yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Should have reminded me sooner, but sure.
That's okay.
Yeah, let's just say it takes you quite a while to decipher those.
I mean,
Yes.
we're-
I mean, it takes 50 gold pieces to decipher a spell in 2 hours. And I don't have 50 gold pieces. Even if we put all of our gold pieces together, we won't have enough. So,
Mm.
gonna have to wait.
Well. Hmm.
So we're gonna build a book with blood.
You want to build a blood book?
Do you want to build a blood book? It doesn't have to be a blood. I'm sorry.
Well, Actually, I'd like to go and visit a wizard on the top side.
Which one? In the village?
Yeah, there's a soul-searing wizard touring the local villages, reading
Did you
fortunes.
say? Did you say soul seeing or soul searing? Because I wouldn't like my soul seared.
It was a
Uh,
soul searing, yes.
yeah. Yes.
The peaks and trees. His name is Ardurnt the Wise.
Yeah.
Uh,
Adern the Wise.
I'm gonna
This
follow
spells like
around
this.
because. What?
Ardunt the Wise.
Or was it Art? No, it's Adurnt. Adernt.
Ah,
that?
okay.
Dirt.
That's much better.
He's kind of funky.
Adern. Adern.
Okay, be right back. Building a funky playlist. Just kidding. Okay, so Apple, would you like us to go there?
I will very much like to visit this Adern.
The thing is, you know, you don't know exactly where Ardurnt is.
Hmm.
You just know that it
Yep.
happens to be in ye local area.
Yeah, that is an issue. I'm not exactly sure where he is. Just heard rumors about that he's about.
Oot and a boot.
I mean, we can find him. I can sniff for him. Does he have any beef jerky on him?
He might have. It's not impossible.
Yay! And Vumis jumps in his place. Let's go find him. And Vumis' eyes just kind of go cross each other.
Yeah, let's go find the bee wizard.
Is Ichika on board with this?
Yes, absolutely.
No.
I'm just like stuck in my books, so I'm just yes. Let's go.
Yeah, and Vumis basically hops on Ichiki, grabs him in hugs, and picks him up, carries him for 2 steps, then flops on the side, dropping Ichiki as well. He's like,
I
yeah,
land-
adventure!
I land on Vumish. How many points of damage does he take?
What did you do?
I picked,
he picked
yeah,
he picked me up, and I fell on him.
That doesn't do any damage, although you both are kind of sore.
Ow.
yay!
Like damage is a significant amount of. It's not like you stub your toe and you take damage. Legos
What
are
do
not
I roll
lethal.
to see? Yeah, what do I roll to see whether Vumis stubbed the toe while falling?
You're falling. I
No,
don't know how
just
you would
kidding.
stub it.
Let's go without it.
I'll make a table for that.
For stubbing toes.
For how stubbed your toe is. Going all the way from none to Lego.
When you step on a Lego, it's like 1,000 unblockable damage.
You were
The
instantly
only way
knocked
to survive
unconscious
it is
and must
health
make
gauging, yeah.
saving throws.
Saving throw versus where the heck is my child?
There is a campaign out there where someone made an item that's just like it's a small, irregularly shaped, like piece of a strange material you don't know, and if you step on it, you suffer indomitable pains. And everyone's like, ooh, and then eventually at the end, the guy's like, oh, it's just a Lego brick, and they're like, oh. But yes. How do you intend to find out where this dude is at?
Well, first idea would be to visit the closest village and ask around there and
Too bad we threw away that rat. We need disguises again.
Well, I can disguise myself.
And I still have the bird mask, I assume.
We could just pretend to be your slaves, by the way. That'll save the
Bird
trouble.
does not accept any slaves.
Well, we're not going to be the slaves of the bird. We're going to be slaves of nobody, really. We'll just be pretending.
Yeah, I just stroll into the village as a slave trading halfling or something.
Yeah, but these are not for sale. These are personal use.
Ah, right.
Boomies really doesn't like the idea.
We're not going to sell you.
No, I mean, I cannot be... I want to wear the mask of the bird. But the priest of the bird is not for sale.
Okay, fine.
Okay, where did we put the bird mask?
If Fumis is a good boy, he put it back in the disguise's chest.
Yes.
All right.
If anything goes wrong, I'm raising the local cemetery.
Oh my.
Ooh. So,
If anything goes wrong, I am raising the bird! And Vumis makes a really, really scary gesture that doesn't look right because of his small stature.
Oh no.
and if everything goes wrong, I'll race away.
Well, as you head over to the, I assume you're heading over to the armory to get to the disguise chest.
Apparently,
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
you're going to get a disguise, so you're going to go over there to get it. The kobold that's sitting there just kind of looks up and wonders what you're going to do. He's not like asking a question. You can just sort of see the curiosity in his eyes.
Oh, we're going topside. Do some scouting.
Mm-hmm. This gives a slow nod. He seems like the kind of person who gets very easily bored on the job. You know, the type that starts chatting real fast.
Vumis gives him a good grin. What do I roll to scare him?
Intimidation
Please.
is usually used for
Alright.
intimidation.
Okay, that's investigation. That's wrong.
Whoa.
He sure looks like a living being. He wonders what you're trying to do.
He's spooked but not convinced.
Indeed. But yes.
So it means Vumis gets to learn how to smile. Now his smile does not make a kobold jump out of his pants.
But yes,
That must be some loose pants.
He doesn't really like stop you or anything. He's just kind of curious. So he keeps asking like prying questions like, "What you gonna do up there? What's up there that isn't down here?
We're gonna make the panties rain.
The what?"
We would like to investigate the mage.
Yeah, there's a weird mage going about, and we're going to have a going to look for him.
Is this anything I should tell Ozilp about?
Nah,
And
this
we're going
is
to eat him.
This
Well,
most-
not
most-
unless we don't come back. In which case, just inform them that we went out for that
Vacator.
to investigate that mage. So you know there is
You're
a
not
dangerous
you're
mage
not
out
really
there.
on the like the list of people that people would want to be told about though. So he's not gonna.
I'm
tell
not
you.
saying. I'm just saying if anybody asks for us at all, because well, 3 people just disappeared.
Mhm.
Just tell them that we went there and that nobody should go there because we're probably dead.
Okay, I would like to roll whether Wumis has enough common sense to realize whether it's a good idea or not to leave like that unannounced.
Though you know that kobolds are free to go as they wish, but the minute you start becoming too important, people are going to be like, why? But you're still at that level where people are like, it'd be nice if you stuck around, but whatever. Go get yourself killed, champ.
Yeah, it's a bit of a personal project, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in order to check it again, Vumis basically turns to the guard and says, "Do you know who we are?"
Kind of squints. Wasn't there some sort of feast with you guys a little while back or something?
Ah, okay, then we can go. We can go, guys. We can go.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Ooh. Well, you're free to do as pleased.
Yeah, I want to find the bird mask that I had before.
You managed to find it. Just fine.
Alright, I put it on my butt.
You now have a bird mask on your butt. It doesn't quite fit there. Because it's not meant to be worn on one's butt.
Yay! Do I look like a two-tailed kobold from a certain angle?
I mean, if you really squinted really hard.
Loomis, I think you put in the tail and head parts of that disguise in the wrong order.
He's like, shh, I'm trying a new disguise.
Uh-huh. Some kind of amphispina style of bird thing then?
What? No! And then Vumis carefully removes the mask from the butt and puts it where it belongs.
Heck.
Heck.
You now have a bird mask on your face. It smells a bit mustier than it did last time.
Does it have like mold in it?
No. It's just a little dusty. So, what's everyone
Yes.
costuming up as? Or are you just gonna pick whatever makes you look most like a small human?
Or one of the races that's actually small?
Sure.
Are there any wigs in the disguise chest?
There's a couple of, like, shaggy looking wigs that probably could use a couple of combs.
I put on two.
Well, when we get topside, I'm going to disguise myself into as a halfling again.
It's a halfling. So we got a
Yep.
bird and a halfling.
Halfling.
A bird
I'm just
Actually,
getting a
no.
bit. I'm just getting a big cloak with the large hood, so nobody can tell.
Como is going to hope that works. All right.
But then,
Well, it works.
Yeah, but then,
Well,
yeah, but then Vumis actually removes the bird mask, puts on a wig, and then goes out to catch a rat as a mustache.
Give me a dexterity. Dexterity roll. Which is the 20, so. What kind of rat are you looking for?
the big rat that makes all the rules.
Well, actually, do you know those really, really impressive, like hipster mustache with little trails? I want a rat that can look like that.
I'm not familiar with this type of rat.
Like a Dick Dastardly mustache.
Well, sure. You find a rat that gives you a big dastardly mustache.
Yeah.
You managed to snatch a pretty fast one at that. So, we got Hooded Man,
Right.
Halfling Man, and Birdman with a mustache on his beak.
Hmm.
That's not gonna, like, make people ask questions.
I love how everyone just confuses the gender of my characters every time. I love it.
But big hoods are
I mean,
for boys, not for girls.
Freaking stop me.
The kobold that's in there, by the way, looks at all of you and is like, looks good, and gives you a little thumbs up.
Boomies kind of hugs him, and the rat bites him in the face as it happens.
If we're all at 20 on disguise, do people just freak out that there are suddenly humans in the Kobold Burrow?
Well, I'm going to cast my spell once we are like closer to that village.
Okay. You're still inside the burrow. The
Mm,
snarl.
What time is
just
it
for
outside, by the way? Is it like daytime or nighttime?
yeah.
It's like afternoon. You could probably get there by
Okay.
By
like,
evening?
by before like 3 o'clock.
Okay.
All right. Just for clarification, I am not Ruiz is not wearing a bird mask right now. He's
Oh.
like trying to disguise himself as as a merchant of sorts.
As a mustachioed kobold.
Yeah, no, as a mustachioed merchant.
Okay. The race of merchant.
Yes.
If
I mean,
Hitler was to be released,
Rumi's-
that would be the Jews.
Ooh.
Going back to your disguise, what are you exactly doing that hides your kobold nature? Because a mustache is one thing, but it doesn't make people like ask questions like, "Are you that monster thing that lives up in the hills with a mustache?"
Okay, so I'm going to wear a little leather jacket.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going. Also, how do I disguise the nose?
You could always get a bigger
Not
mustache.
sure. I'm really not sure. Okay, yeah. So I'm putting a huge layer of like disguise powder on my face.
You
To make it look like I'm really. Yes. Yes, and also that long, basically that wide hat, kind of like Van Helsing hat, and leather gloves.
So,
And I also tie my tail to the back under the thing, and disguise it as a.
Just carry
that
it like a
thing where you
purse.
put arrows.
Just carry it like a purse.
All that, yes.
well,
Just put it over your hand.
it's not that your disguise is particularly good, but people probably aren't going to ask questions because you just look so funky. You fall in the category of don't talk to him and he'll just go away. Which is one way to be disguised.
Right.
Safi, that picture from yesterday about are you cursed?
Oh yes, yes.
Oh wow, Sans has changed, huh?
That's Emil, as far as I remember,
Yeah.
from the
Emo.
Nia series.
Is Emil Sans from Undertale? Find out on Game Theory.
Oh my god, I hate game theory. As a side note, MadPat has an annoying voice and he's been a massive con to people.
Wait, what?
MadPat, the dude who is behind the game theory.
Behind Undertale and FNAF Theory, you mean?
Yeah. Well, first of all, people hate him because he moved exclusively to that. And he's been doing it so much that the developer of Five Nights at Freddy's has actually been trolling him. He says, oh, here's this theory, and the dude intentionally does something that contradicts everything that happened before. So eventually, this dude made a video. He says, my game theory is that you cannot predict whatever happens, and none of the games are interconnected, because he got trolled hard. And also, he's moving towards, well, I mean, it's a sound business decision. He's moving towards making content for young teenage children, because this is his largest portion of the of his viewership base, and people who are a little bit older hate this.
I just
Plus, he's an
imagine
asshole just
something
in general.
I just imagine something like a Sans Teletubbies FNAF thing.
Is Tinky Winky Sans from Undertale?
No, because it's clearly the sun.
Wow, I can't believe the sun went so low.
I mean, the sun goes through highs and lows every day by now. People are listening to this. Are you sure you want to be listening to this?
Oh heck,
That
Kobold.
includes everyone. That includes everyone, including you, Sapphire. So if you want to ban me from your game, you can do that.
No, I think this is
Oh.
good stuff. Why is Matt Pat an asshole though? Like what? Like you said like things that he did, but it doesn't make me go, okay, he's a jerk as a person.
Let me pull up a list.
Oh my God, there's a
Several hours
number.
later.
Number 2, he kicked a puppy, and it looks like a video of like him badly photoshopped.
Okay, give me a second. I'm going to. Okay, did I close it? Oh yeah.
He plagiarizes content, and he's a narcissist. And there's like, if you just Google, there's a lot of stuff about this. Also, he has been on E3, and yeah, I was surprised that nobody punched him in the face.
What?
E3 coverage. He was invited there along with other like reviewers or whatever, big internet personalities like Angry Joe and such. And I was watching it live with people on the Discord server, and basically everybody agreed that they're very surprised that nobody actually punched them in the face because they had a chance.
Also, Dick Dastardly's mustache is great, by the way. It is a fine mustache.
Thank you.
Also, Safi, that picture is one of the, you know, nobody's gonna believe you anyway kind of situations.
In the middle of the swamp, I got my dick sucked. Well, of course you did. You brought your girlfriend.
Serious.
Yes, we're serious.
Wow.
We're
happened
weirding
by
people
Will o'
out
Wisp.
intentionally.
Oh, whenever you sell a story like that, always pick a species that could, in fact, do it. Don't say like something like a will-o-wisp or a mosquito.
Here you go.
But yes, you guys are now in disguise. He steals most of his theories. Ba 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 ba.
Well, I mean, you find somebody else's thread on 4chan, and then you make a 20-minute video out of it with your annoying voice.
Actually, he makes
And
a
then you
15-minute
gain
video, and then he makes 5 minutes of, by the way, this is what they said.
Yeah. And then he gets millions of views, and you get like $0.8 per 1,000 of views. So let me just calculate that.
I just love how the top post is in before MapPap makes a video claiming he's been stealing theories from Reddit threads.
Yes.
Like he's gonna make a theory about.
So he gets $800 per video, and he churns them out like on a weekly basis or daily basis even. Per million.
Well, I mean, if you have that kind of a schedule, it won't happen without stealing a lot of stuff. But anyway, should we really keep talking about that person?
I mean, yesterday, all we did when we were supposed to be doing something, we just chit-chat a whole bunch about random shit. So
We discussed the Star Trek and such.
The stabilizing stuff was great. That was just awesome.
I could do that.
Yeah.
I can do that 9 times.
Stabilized Kobold Kapers footage. Okay, so we're in this, guys. I am ready to head out if you guys are ready as well.
Yep.
I like to mention that in the game world, you guys are just constantly chit-chatting about, you know.
Well, that's what friends do.
I know.
We're just talking about silly things.
You pull up like a picture of a local dwarf and you're like, he looks dumb.
Yes. Well, I mean, probably somebody draws like caricatures of them, and everybody laughs at them because it makes them feel better about themselves.
Or you get a character
And
drawn of yourself.
everybody's peer pressured into hating dwarves.
Actually, to be fair, right now the situation with dwarves again is not that great, and a lot of like neighboring towns that are not involved in dwarvish politics are like, stop, please. You're making the situation uncomfortable for everyone, because this valley has
That's
been
how
relatively
revolutions
peaceful,
work.
so, like this is far away from most like frontiers where a war has happened. So
Oh, quick question: do dwarves live under or overground, or both actually?
it's a mixture. some like the dwarves that just are just like, I don't want to be here anymore. Go fuck yourself with all your fighting. Left via land routes. But some dwarves have gone underground and have actually specifically moved towards the kobold camp and have been like, hey, listen, we want to cause some ruckus over there. If you help us out, if we succeed, we'll make like a peace deal or something like that. And the kobolds are like, oh, that sounds fucking sweet.
Wait a second. Are they making an alliance with the kobolds?
The rebellion is, because they're like, hey, listen, we need some place to stay and organize, and if we go above ground, like, you know, eventually the local towns are gonna be like, just get out of here. Stop making a fuss and just go home.
Well, I mean, as long as these guys are gonna fight the actual dwarves and push them away from our borders, yeah, sure, why not? The enemy of my enemies is somewhat of an ally.
He could be more of an enemy.
Yeah, but the three of us are not the ones making the decision in this particular context.
Yep.
Okay, there now are some actual rebels. Nice.
The funny thing is that there weren't any rebels until, like, they started cracking down for no reason. They
Well, we
literally
know
made
the
it happen
reason.
by taking preventative measures. It's like injecting yourself with a vaccine and you just become sick instead.
Yeah.
Well, that's how
actually
vaccines
like
work.
it that basically looking very hard for the rebels did some really honest people injustice, which made them become rebels.
Whatever tinder and like kindling there was, they ignited it with the spark of their own making.
All because we drew some dicks on the map.
They all argued
Did
about
you draw dicks on them? Did you draw dicks on a map, HK?
I wasn't even next to the map because you two were doing all the editing.
Does Ichki even know what Beavis looks like?
Did you do that, Apple?
I would imagine so. I mean, I'm an adult.
Yeah, but did you draw it, Apple?
I drew all kinds of stuff on that map.
How does it look like? Show me!
It probably looked all wrong because it... have you seen those pictures where like people try to draw like swastikas and they can't figure out which way the arms go?
Yeah, they draw a swastika and a Windows 95 logo shows up. And people are even more offended because Windows 95 sucks.
But yes. Are you guys going outside or anywhere?
Yep, we're going outside.
I assume you're like equipping yourself for the harsh sunlight.
Yes, the glasses or at least the big ass hood.
Mm-hmm.
Vumis just moves some of the disguise powder onto his eyes, and now he cannot see anything, so he just clings to Ichki like I don't know what.
Okay, that's gonna like hurt your eyes for a little while.
Yeah.
As you arrive outside, almost the instant you leave the cave, you see a couple of kobolds carrying some like bags of weird things.
Oh, do they look like?
They look purple.
Huh.
Are they from our tribe?
They are.
Good. Hello there. What are you doing?
Most of them walk by. They are clearly just doing their job, and they want to get it over with. But one of them, who looks additionally fancy, who's like tapping against a glass with like some purple goo in it, like stops for a second. It's like, you know, the usual.
Oh, right then. What's that stuff?
Something happened nearby, and we're willing to look if this is something we can use.
Oh, are you talking about the big old tree and the swamp?
He gives a brief nod.
Well,
Who told
Georges
you to...
wants to see it.
Yeah, who told you to go and see this?
Georges? The big guy, the priest?
Guys, maybe we should go and tell them it's not a really good idea?
We already gave them all the information about the whole affair, so
But maybe we should tell him it's really not a good idea. I mean, if any one of us springs into the same big tree, it's gonna crush the entire snow.
I'm sure they know what they're doing.
I'd like to roll for common sense, please.
I got nothing, guys. You should start learning how to handle these things on your own.
Yeah, okay. I'm giving it a wisdom roll.
What are you trying to fiddle together?
I'm trying to fiddle together whether bringing that purple thing into the
Holy
snow is a
crap.
good idea.
You got a 20.
Actually, you need an Arcana check to know what that stuff even
Okay.
could possibly do.
Should I help him? I could probably help him.
Same. That's 11. That's 11. And that's a 10.
Wow, we're idiots. We're complete
Let me put
dumbasses.
this as blunt as I can. All you know is that it's evil-looking purpley goo, which is bad juju.
Well, maybe we can turn it to good juju for us.
Guys, don't bring these. Just look at this purple goo. It's evil. It's like bad juju. That's.
If Steel
Yeah.
Mail says he wants this, he gets this. He knows what he's
maybe
doing.
maybe we can weaponize this goo.
Put it into bottles and throw it at people.
Yeah. Well,
Wumi is
weapon-
like wipes a bit of the grime off his eyes and scribbles bad juju on the container in the grime powder.
That's exactly what's going to happen if one of us eats it.
The guy carrying it looks very frustrated at the fact you've been drawing on his little bottle. So he's like,
Tell him it's bad juju. It's bad idea.
That's for Steel Mail to decide.
Also, how is it still spreading? By the way, can we like
Nope.
ask them?
Like last time, since it happened and then it stopped going anywhere. So
So there's a finite amount of it. Is it
Yeah.
flammable or inflammable?
That's the same.
Yes, but
it's
That's the fun
non-flammable
part.
if it's not.
it's not flammable.
What about the trees? What about the birds? Just kidding. I think we should carry on with our idea.
Can I snatch one of the bottles?
I mean, he only has one with him and he's holding it. So
Oh, I thought they were.
there were
Carrying
bags. Some of them were carrying bags, but they've already walked past.
Well,
Oh,
that's fair enough. Is he willing to trade it for something?
No.
Okay.
Like you'd have to make him a pretty good offer.
Okay,
Damn.
okay.
Not punching him in the face with the same bottle.
Are you in the business for renting kobolds? No, I'm not gonna ask that.
I mean, he kind of looks at you and says, "If you really want it, you just go get your own."
Yeah, because the whole tree thing is still there.
So, how did you gather this stuff?
What did he?
How-
How did he gather it? Did he just take the bottle and just
Scooped
kinda
it with a
scoop
bottle, of course. He's not gonna like stick his hands in something. He's smart enough to know that it's evil purpley goo.
Alright.
Okay, that's fair enough. We'll just go find some bottles behind the bar.
Right, yeah,
Would a
well,
bottle be considered an improvised weapon?
Yes.
What happens after it breaks?
It's anybody's guess.
it's a
The bottle
broken
breaks.
bottle.
It's a broken bottle.
Well, I would imagine it becomes slashing instead of bludgeon.
Yep.
Are
It
you
also
Also does
going
damage
to
against the
play
user
at
if they're close enough.
HK?
becomes
Are you going to
Kapers.
play as Demo Man?
Hmm.
Maybe. I mean, technically I am. I'm throwing like fireballs and stuff.
Well, hopefully you don't lose an eye.
Not an eye.
All right. Well,
Prancing a boat with the heads full of eyeballs.
well, good luck with the whole purple stuff thing, and we'll be off then.
He just starts walking off.
Do.
You arrive at the village soon enough.
Yeah, I'll disguise myself as a halfling.
Harfling. We got Harfling, we've got Hood Lady, and Merchant. What do you do once you're in town? It looks
Yes.
busy enough.
Guess the two of us are bodyguards of the merchants. Yeah, well, just go around and try to ask if they have any sightings of the weird wizard.
Wizard or lizard?
Hopefully a wizard. Maybe he's a wizard lizard. Who knows?
Wizard lizard. I'm the lizard wizard.
What the heck?
Maybe you have competition.
What? What's going on, Safi?
You guys argue. But yes, the soul-searing wizard, you can ask around about him if you wish. But I'm gonna need a roll to see how good you can gather without people getting a little bit suspicious about this
Okay. What should we roll for?
deception.
Oh, that's a.
I only give you
Yeah,
one
for
roll,
me
you have
it's
to pick who does it.
Yeah,
I'm already
I
doing
do
it.
not. I do not roll for it because Vumi's looks really suspicious as it is.
Well, mine
Well-
is at 0.
Well, we already rolled a 20, I see. And,
Yeah.
suffice it to say, they rolled a 1, so everyone else is kind of buying it, that this merchant is just looking to get his fortune read.
Yes.
They point out that he was here, like, last night, but he
Oh.
then
Huh.
shifted on upwards along the road, so he's going over to here, like, to the east.
All right. Thank you.
He waves and he's like, okay. So, because
Hmm,
the little garment is very happy.
Oh,
That's
what,
funky.
what
Quick
did he
question,
look,
though.
What did he look like?
The guy you talked to was your average, like, human.
Mm,
5'8" or so, brown hair.
Yes, but I'll ask him what did the wizard look like?
The wizard was not too tall, 3'4". Very silvery hair, very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Was a gnome, by the way,
Oh. No wizard.
and he carried with him all
Interesting.
kinds of strange baubles that made him look very mystical.
Well, I mean, anybody can carry baubles to look mystical.
Oh,
He also
yes.
did like some baby magics, like he made little fireworks appear. Ooh.
Ooh, so he made a performance for the people.
He puts on a show for his clients.
That's actually a good business practice. Wow.
Fancy. Okay, so shall we head east then?
Hail
do you-
Hortler!
I'm sorry, our DM sometimes just
Suddenly
is,
notices the things.
Yes, in that we've been posting.
Fucking Hail Hortler! But yes.
Remember? That's what I said. That's us writing things on the map. That's how it looked. We decided to we decided to post some radical dwarven messages on the map, and it worked, but probably for the wrong reasons.
The guy does tell you, by the way, that most people are satisfied with their reading, so... There.
That's right. Oh hey, so yeah, the wizard was last seen heading east, but do you guys want to check out the tree first?
Yes. Do we have any spare bottles to put the goop into?
Hmm.
Most likely
Yeah.
not, because bottles are, like, glass in general is a bit of a rarity in the Kobold tribe.
Okay,
Oh,
can
Yeah,
we?
that's fair enough. Can we grab something in the town while we were at it?
Well, there is a
Yeah,
general
can we-
store in the town, so...
Buying stuff? Can we scavenge or steal something?
You can always just walk up to the store, man, and pull out your gun.
You bought also your life.
We're not that kind of kobolds.
Well, the problem with
Oh.
bottles is you can only get 4 in your adventure, so always stock up on fairies.
Okay, can I like go near the store and then use Mage Hand to snatch a few bottles?
Well, if you're just gonna mage hand for one, people are gonna see your spellcasting. Probably more important is the fact that actually, what are the components of mage hand? I'm gonna look that up. But there's also the fact that it's a quiet store. You need to know where those bottles are, and odds are the shopkeeper's not like a complete idiot, so he'd probably notice something floating in the middle of the room going away.
Well, that's fair.
Then I'm gonna pull the same maneuver that I pulled in Divinity, Original Sin 2. I'm gonna talk to every person. I'm gonna have my party talk to all the relevant people so they look away, and then steal stuff.
Does that actually work?
It does work, yes,
It would probably
because
be
characters
better
have
for me.
characters have cones of vision.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Nice.
Anyway,
Yeah,
mage hand. There we go. Mage hand is verbal and somatic, so yes, you will be swinging your arms around and speaking. So people might be a little suspect if you just do that.
Okay.
How far away does it go?
I think it's around 30 feet. Let me double check.
30 feet?
Up to 30 feet, yes.
Up to 30 feet. So, does it only work on objects that we can see?
Let's see. It doesn't specify. It has to be within
Let me
range,
check.
and that's all there is to it.
Within range. How long does it last? 1 minute. So we can cast it outside, walk in, grab the bottles, piss off. It's gonna be Mission Impossible with kobolds and bottles.
Okay.
Okay, so we go to an alley or something near the store, cast a spell, walk into the store.
Just wait outside. We'll distract him.
Well,
Yeah.
you only need to do like the spellcasting thing for the initial cast. Like it just stays there for the rest of the minute, doing whatever you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cast a spell, then they do some distracting, and I snatch bottles with my
Okay.
ghost hand.
So, who's doing the distracting?
I'll probably talk. I'll probably the most sober one. It's like, hello, Mr. Police kind of thing.
I'm
Because
going-
the alternative is a insane person bubbling about bird. Actually, you know what? Woomies would probably be more suitable because it's like, have you heard about our Lord and Savior, the bird? And we're like door-to-door evangelists. Evangelists, I mean.
Heck.
Yeah, let's try that.
Okay, what do I have to do?
Just talk to them.
But about what?
Just what comes naturally.
We're
Okay.
dead if it. We're dead. Okay, let's try that. Yes, try to tell him something about the bird.
But,
And
but I'm
distracting.
not wearing a bird mask. That would be a bad idea to talk about the bird.
Oh,
But he doesn't know that.
You're a merchant talking to another merchant.
About
Yes. Okay, how much Vumis knows about merchant stuff? What do I roll for
Nothing.
that?
Speaking of which, is it possible for one of us to actually know something about a specific subject that we can use to actually hold a conversation with the dude?
It's probably like bluffing.
Well, sure.
Or...
You're allowed. Like, you just have to present like what do you think you can talk about, and then you know.
Well, in which case,
Like
the
it's gonna be
best
one of
thing-
two things. Either you're gonna roll persuasion to sort of keep his attention, because it's not deception.
Mhm.
You're not trying to fool him. You're trying to keep his attention. So that's a different thing.
Yeah.
Or you can use a particular skill to make it sound super interesting.
Well, let's see. Well, I do have some knowledge about history because I like reading books and such.
There's also
I
your
do
knowledge
have
of
persuasion.
mining, if you really want to bore him.
Yes,
I mean,
but I
do
don't
have
want to.
persuasion. So
I mean, if it's a general store, what's your persuasion, by the way?
4.
Good. So I'm gonna try to do history, and then if that fails, we're gonna do perception, or the other way around. Basically, we're just coming around, and
Okay.
we want to investigate
So
some
Vumis
rooms or
basically goes,
something.
okay. Let me do the first, and if something fails, you can just come in, chase me out. It will be
Yes,
all
go
right.
nuts.
Should I really?
Well, I mean, it's more an encouragement of, in terms of go ahead and do that instead of like going insane.
Vumis nods to that, because that was a good idea that you told him to, and he heads in.
Cool. I follow him right behind him, and I do the gesture to Arpo. Quick question, by the way, completely unrelated. Why the heck does Arpo have whiskers?
Wait, Arpo has whiskers?
Well, it's in his name.
That's his name.
I mean, he could just be called Matt Whiskers. Like, maybe somewhere in his
Yes.
family there's like a cat or a dog.
Or maybe
he
it was
ate,
one of those
or maybe
furry.
he ate a
Or maybe he
cat's
legally
face
had his
and-
name changed with the local constabulary.
Yes.
Kobold constipular with all R's backwards. It's like that picture with Kobold writes.
Yeah,
Anyway.
So, yeah. So
Yes.
I walk into the store. What do I see?
It's your average general store. There's ropes, buckets. There's some
Bombs.
ingots of metal, but it's clearly not like a blacksmithy because what he does have is all like secondhand and stuff. And yes, there are bottles.
Okay.
They're inside a small
Okay,
display
so-
case because they're expensive glasswork.
Yeah. So Vumi's basically heads straight to the merchant and says hello.
The merchant, the general store owner, is a lady.
Is who?
God damn it! I gotta pick up my notes.
Oh, name.
Wait. General store owner.
Lady from Devil May Cry.
Actually, is it a he or a she?
Lady.
It's a she.
Okay.
Her name is Polly Potter because her parents are terrible. She's
That's
5'8".
funny, though.
She's remarkably tall for someone who just owns a general store. She has lush blonde hair and a slightly tan skin.
Cute.
And she looks remarkably athletic for her position. In general, she looks like someone who should be more of a fighter than someone who stands behind a counter counting money.
Maybe she just got an arrow to the knee.
But yes, she looks over the counter and instantly is like, oh, look at all that facial stuff you got on. Ooh. Aren't you a silly
That is exactly why I came to you. Thank you very much. I came to find something better for my skin. It doesn't work.
one? Well, it's
kinda
not really an
droopy and
apothecary
peeling
around
off.
here, but...
But maybe you could help me. You have so fair skin, and I. So Vumis tries to think of a human-sounding name.
Steve.
No, just
Jack
look at
Slate.
things. Just
Yeah,
look at things around.
So Vumis kind of bows, and the rat briefly touches the floor, scrapes it with a single claw before returning back into the moustache shape. And then he rises. I'm Jack Slate, and I am a fellow merchant like you.
Okay.
I wanted to see if there is more bucket trade in this city.
Bucket trade?
Yes, there are very interesting ways about the bucket. You can use it as a musical instrument. You can use it in mining. You can use it for carrying water, for carrying out orders. Buckets are very interesting in my opinion, and I've been specializing on buckets since 25 years ago.
That's older than you.
Okay, roll me deception because you're clearly just lying out of your ass now.
It's good to see that my deception is much higher than my persuasion. So thank you very much for that.
Well, all right. I'll give it the old college try. You actually managed to make it sound like you're actually like you know something about buckets. She thinks you might be onto something here.
Seth,
Yeah,
remember?
yeah, basically. So the thing, she's think.
What
"This
is the rest
guy,
doing during
he
this?
mu-
Well,
I'm standing by, keeping close watch on Wumi's just in case he fails. So I
As a
can
quick
step
note, by
in.
the way,
Yes.
Ichiki notices that the storewoman has like her eye on you because she's getting distracted by someone, and you're very visibly in the store.
Wait a second.
She wasn't born
what?
yesterday. Is what I'm trying to say.
What, like 2 days ago?
No.
3?
I mean, it's like someone walks into a store, suddenly starts talking to her, and there's like another person in the store who's wearing a thick hood and looks super suspicious.
Oh well, good thing she's distracted by me and not the third person, because we thought this through. This is Ocean's Friends, kind of
Ocean's
deception.
3.
Ocean's, yes.
Eventually, it's just gonna be Ocean's 1 alone.
okay, so well,
And he
these
talks
two
to
are-
himself for hours. It's like the whole movie is him just.
Anyway, Wumi's talking to her. I'm distracting her. And
What is Arpo
Well,
Arpo's
I'm,
casting a thing?
yeah, I'm using my mage hand to first open the display cabinet and then start snatching away as many bottles as I can.
Just make sure to pick up not the expensive stuff, because getting killed over the bottles is going to be a very bad idea.
Like, I don't know what.
Not the chiseled quartz ones, because those are the most expensive, probably.
Yeah, I had no idea which was expensive. I'm just snatching bottles.
She's like making this gesture, pointing 2 fingers at her eyes, then 2 fingers at me, and it's like, I'm watching you. And behind her back, a crate of bottles is like clanking in the air.
HK, you can't help but notice
Yes.
that since the fact that now is now an open cabinet with bottles floating out, she might get, start to notice something.
Okay, what should I do to step in and...
I'm not your
Stop
mom
bro-
or your thief
Maybe.
counselor.
I know, but well, it's more of a a question to other players as well.
Maybe start rifling with stuff. All suspicious like.
Well,
In
I
the
suppose.
opposite
Well,
direction of the bottles.
she's gonna snap my neck with like 2 fingers. Okay, yes, I'm gonna go and rummage through some shelves. I would imagine they have some.
All suspicious and sneaky like.
Yes,
So what are you doing? I was distracted.
I suspiciously ruffle. That's okay. I suspiciously ruffle through the shelves to further distract her from the bottles.
Are you being like how are you doing this? Are you being particularly overt about what you're doing, or?
Yes, I'm like looking around and I'm browsing stuff, but I'm not like stealing anything
Roll me
like
deception.
specifically. Yes. Well, this is gonna be horrible, but yes.
Okay, that's a
My
that's a s-
deception is 0.
but that's a solid roll.
Yep. Like I kind of sort of cover my face and everything, but I'm not like taking anything. I'm just looking at it, rummaging.
You're not being overt about it. You're like being very. You notice that she's looking at you, and
Yes.
very sort of coyly start to make it look like you're doing something, until she like jumps up and goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" Put
I
that back.
slowly put the stuff back, like super slowly. Like one of those chameleons that's walking over across the road.
The mage hand can move up to 10 pounds, and the jars don't weigh that much. How many jars or bottles do you take, Arpo?
We should only need probably like half a dozen, 2 per each. We don't know how much this stuff weighs.
Yeah, I don't know how much these weigh, so I'm as many as I can in the 1 minute window.
Well, since you take as many as you can, you basically rob the whole thing empty, taking all 8 bottles, which is totally not going to be suspicious when she takes an eye of the inventory.
And yeah, and when I have the last bottle, I close the cabinet door.
Okay. You now have 8 bottles. They're all approximately the same size. You can easily carry like an ounce of fluid or something.
That's neat. I'm actually going to try and buy something, because, you know, wink wink nudge nudge. Is there anything in our price range?
Well, this is like a general store for the local population, so it's not too expensive. But you're not going to find anything particularly special either.
Well, I would like to have myself a better cloak. So would
Also, I need
be
to step off for
happening
a
to
quick
sell it?
second. Give me
Yeah,
a
sure.
second. Hecker to heck. Just gotta wait for Discord to show back on, then I can plug back into the call. Oh no. Beh. Oh no, wait, I can't watch videos.
A little bit different. Oh, did somebody quit?
It's me.
Oh, heavy. We've been discussing what's up with Arpo's thieving in general. Is it like a compulsive thing, or did he like grow up in this kind of environment that encourages stealing or something?
I grew up with kobolds.
Well, yes, so are we.
Kobolds, let me put it like this. With kobolds, it's if someone isn't holding it, you can take it.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just put a chest down. If you want a chest, you gotta put a lock on it. And even then, they're probably just gonna smash it anyway if they really want what's inside.
Huh.
Like, they're very communistic in that sense.
Nice.
It's communism, and it works by being capitalist with other species.
It's like the Federation in
I mean,
Star Trek.
they sent
They
the
don't have
orcs that big
money,
old
but-
chest of gold, so... That's the
But they
pirate,
use...
actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, I seize it, I steals it.
Seize it and steals it. If it feeds, I steals.
Ish.
Okay, fair enough. Also, we did we did a inventory in our inventories, and apparently we have like at the very least 200 gold pieces. Why are we stealing bottles? It's probably a challenge. SF is just disappointed with us because we could have bought stuff, but now we have decided this like free for a free. Oh my god.
In the meantime,
A
basically,
heist.
Rumis has been absent from this entire conversation because all he was thinking is, what is a bird?
What is a bucket? What a miserable
What is a bucket?
bucket.
What
But
is
you
a
wanted
human?
to buy a
A
cloak.
miserable pile of buckets.
You want to buy a cloak.
Yes, a cloak.
Is there anything
Something
specific about this
within
cloak?
the range. Probably the cloak that doesn't like get wet too much.
So something
Probably.
waterproof?
Preferably, but you know, I could get a regular woolen cloak. Something within like 2 gold pieces because I have those hanging around in my inventory. I'd like to spend them.
Well, for just one whole gold piece, you can get a cloak that is on one side a special. It's essentially rubber. It's an elven-made thing, and it's often called honeydew leather. It's watertight, and the inside is wool, so it's like a perfect cloak if you're going out into the snow.
Badass. I'm gonna have that.
It's not very big, which is probably why she hasn't been able to sell it to anyone yet, because it's like not big enough for most people to be worn as a proper cloak. But to you, yes, it fits.
Nice.
Berg
Amazing.
always yell. BRBBB.
Bird is a flying rat. Now, seagulls and pigeons are flying rats. Parrots are good people.
Berg always yell. Bird pie bones.
But yes, I'm gonna spend 1 gold piece for that particular cloak. And then probably she wouldn't mind that we stole all the bottles. You know, it wasn't a stick-up. It was for a science experiment. So yes, I'm gonna subtract 1 gold piece from myself. 27 now.
And you got a cool cloak.
Yeah. Do you have any particular statistics about it, or do I just put it on the thing?
It will give you additional resistances in like particularly bad weather or against like water-related effects, I guess.
Could you? Well, whenever you get like any specific stats, just send me a note.
Well, there's like, what kind of stats do you want? Because 5e doesn't have many stats.
Well, stats. Well, in a sense, that is going to protect me from rain and cold, probably.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to put it like that.
We'll just say it's like a Numenera asset. You can invoke it whenever you think that it would logically have an effect.
Yeah, so it's not a trinket or what was it again? Cipher? Yeah. Okay, then I'm going to put this thing in.
Could you imagine a nice coat being an artifact? And then you burn it up and it stops existing?
Well, I mean...
put on the coat one too many times.
Well, yes, that's how clothes work. Well, at the very least, the way I see it, it's like... Well, I'm not sure.
She still gives you like a bit of like stare because you did try to steal from her from what she understands.
Well, I did buy stuff, so bleh. Not every person that looks suspicious is a thief.
You're wearing a huge hood on top of everything else.
Yes.
You're not doing yourself a favor.
Well, you know, she isn't being a favor by, you know, not
Anyway.
being nice to customers.
I imagine that Arpo and Vomis are outside or something.
Yes, they probably went outside.
No. Vumis would like to buy a bucket.
Oh my god, he's gonna wear it on his head as a helmet.
Give me a moment.
No, yeah. So actually, what kind of buckets does she have?
She's got the standard RuneScape wooden slats and like a metal bracing bucket. She's got some buckets which look like they've been made out of a single piece of wood, which is very impressive. But they cost like extra because they're special and super tight.
How much does these cost?
A single bucket costs you 5 silver pieces.
Yes.
Because metal and wood goes into it.
How many do you have?
The one that's made from a single wooden piece.
Okay, so let me say this real fast. The buckets all hold 1 cubic feet, like 7 gallons or so. But the bucket, the bucket made out of one
Is this enough
thing.
to fit a kobold?
I don't know if a kobold is less than 1 cubic feet or 7 gallons.
Let's try with that. No.
But yes, if you want the solid one, it's a full gold piece. Mostly because she doesn't really know what its value is. Because it's like it just looks real nice and it doesn't leak in any capacity. But yeah.
So basically, so as this happens, Vumis picks up this solid wood bucket, and he basically gives it a lot of praise. Like he really appreciates the good workmanship, and he basically goes, "How much does it cost?" And when she opens her mouth, he goes, "No. I'm gonna give it a gold."
Okay.
What?
And he slaps a gold coin on the table.
She just thinks that he really must know his buckets if he goes around doing this.
This will be perfect for my bucket collection. and basically, as the exchange is resolved, he like assumes he kind of like cuddles the bucket in his arms. He kind of like whispers sweet nothings into the bucket's ear.
In front of this lady for some reason.
She's gonna be horrified and emotionally scarred for the rest of her life.
By bucket love.
How big is this bucket?
I just imagined a song called "The Bucket Love," sung by George Michael.
How big is this bucket?
Well,
1
it
gallon.
holds a cubic feet, so it's got an internal area that is around 30 by 30 by 30, although it's round, so
Huh.
the formula gets a bit
looking
funkier.
at I'm just looking at the bucket stats in the 5e book.
Oh my god.
Bucket stats.
There are
5E.
bucket stats in 5e.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, actually, yes. No shit.
Yeah,
I
there
mean, to be
is-
fair, 5e has skipped over a lot, technically speaking.
there's
Container
something-
capacity bucket 3 gallons liquid 1.5 cubic foot solid. Nice.
Funky because I'm looking at the third, 3.5, and it's more. So, I guess they had to start cheaping out on buckets.
Buckets could be different things. Wow, we can import buckets from 3.5 into 5e and make a killing.
When you thought we could import, I thought we could like purchase buckets here, then sell it back in our snarl.
Well, I mean, we probably don't really. I mean, couples probably don't really need. Excuse me. Probably don't really need buckets. I mean, we'll probably use the skulls of our enemies. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Well, anyway, we have a bucket and 8 bottles.
And a cloak.
And a
Mm,
cloak. Nice.
Fancy new cloak.
Business was made.
So, shall we head for the swamp in the middle of the forest?
Yes. Thank you for your business. Goodbye.
She squints. Why would you say thank you for her business if you tried to steal from her? You're not thief-like at all.
I didn't, because I'm not a fifi dumb idiot. I just
Did
bought
you say
stuff from you.
did you say it out loud?
I'll
Who,
just
the-
imagine
the-
that he's
the-
like mumbling to himself like he idiot.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Yeah, I'm not actually going to try and insult people, so yes. Especially people that can snap me like a twig.
Snap. Anyway,
Right, so
I'm too young to die.
you now have bottles, a bucket, and a cloak, and you are outside the store.
mm,
That's a good name for a prog rock band.
Hello, everyone.
Bottles, buckets, and a clock.
They wear huge costumes. And it's like their merchandise store is all about buckets.
Remember that picture that I showed you earlier? Exactly like that. Let me dig it
And
up.
everyone throws their buckets on stage afterwards.
Buckets. Probably kills a few
Yeah,
people.
thank you everyone. We'll be here all week. Buckets all
E-
the world.
Everybody's required to
But-
sign a waiver that
but-
if they get killed by a bucket
The-
during the
But
concert.
the whole band splits apart over the bucket head and bottle head argument.
Look at this.
Yes, that was a great one. Such a good costume.
Okay, I think I recognize that church.
Oh no.
I found it in the Discord server. I have no idea where that's from.
that's a good cosplay. So how much do these bottles weigh? Do they weigh the same as in the book?
Well, does this thing have bottles in it? Let's see. A glass bottle does not have a weight because it is too light.
Oh,
According to
Uh,
this one, at least, the one I'm
So we
using.
can stack an infinite amount of bottles? Holy shit.
in the 5e book they had bottle glass as weight of 2 pounds. The same as the bucket, actually.
Wow, that's fucking funky. I imagine that's full then, or something.
I don't know.
But
Very thick glass.
apparently, a glass bottle can apparently hold 8 ounces, or half a pint. So, considering
I
you've got
wish I
so
knew
many of
what
them, though, I'll
this
say
is.
that in total they weigh like a pound together.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Alright.
We're taking these bottles to Pound Town.
Okay.
So we head out to the forest then, to the swamp thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Hastily depart from the village before they notice the missing bottles and disappear into the woods.
You are now in the woods. There are trees here. Woo!
Terrifying.
The true spooks was nature all along.
Well,
But yes,
nature is actually pretty
So you
freaking
make your way
scary.
over to the place where everything is kind of like, ooh, and it's all
Yes.
purple and it's smelly. The air is just
How exactly does it smell like?
Eh,
Like something sweet, or something sour, or bitter, or just
Just
stuffy?
illegally.
umami. No, it's got a slight acidic sweetness to it. Like it smells very pungent.
There we go. What's up with the tree in the middle? With the dude turn?
It's just a big tree.
Wow, I'm sorry.
A big purpley tree with all
Excuse
kinds
me.
of gnarly branches.
Like the tree doesn't have a face on it or anything like that.
If there was a face, it's really stretched out.
Oh,
Ew. Ew.
Yeah, so Vumi's was kind of spaced out for a moment and then turns back and he goes, "Woo woo! What's that?"
that's the tree, Rumies.
That's
Why
the
does
person
it
we...
have a face?
Well, I
Because the
don't,
person turned it into this tree.
I don't really think. Oh,
That's illegal.
Wait, what? Since when?
Since when can't people be trees when they want to? Tree rights,
Yeah.
tree rights.
Yeah, I mean, if even ponies are allowed to be trees, why not people?
okay. So, where is this purple sludge then?
Well, in the middle of the forest. We can just probably scoop it up, because we've approached it and we're like at the edge of it.
So there's like a small island on which the tree rests. Its roots go every which way, and under the roots, forming a sort of moat around the tree, is all the goop. It's slightly bubbling.
Ew.
However, the bubbles don't pop; they just go right back in.
Oh. Also ew.
So somebody's breathing.
Sort of like something. Sort of like sores are forming on the surface of the skin and then just go away.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, let's start bottling some goop.
And while we're at it, let's bottle some emotions.
Yeah, Vumi's will not participate in that. Like, period. He's like, he even hides his bucket away from people with an eyes that say, "Don't you touch it," and his other hand is is basically really next to a dagger. He really likes this dagger. He really hates this one, but he does not want these two to come in close contact.
Oh, actually, I had an
Ever.
idea.
Yes.
Can we reach the tree?
You could like move over the roots. It's not too difficult because of your small size.
Okay, I'm going to try and see if I can make a hole in the tree with my dagger and get some sap from it.
I sat from a tree that was wow.
Make a strength
Wow,
check.
you disgust me, sir. I love it.
Make a strength check, Mr. Noodly Arms.
Oh,
Can we have like a rope and tie him so we can actually drag him out if something goes wrong?
Do
Okay.
I have any rope? Oh, great.
okay. That's a -2.
Holy crap.
Your hand shakes, and your dagger slips out of your hand and lands on the grass surrounding the tree.
Oh.
So there is a little bit of like land. And
Yeah, that's
such.
what I said. It's a little island.
Ichiki, would you maybe lend a hand?
You have a mage's hand spell,
Mage's hand.
and it's a
Vumi-
cantrip, so you can
yeah.
use it infinitely.
Yeah, Vumi's hands Ichiki his quarterstaff.
I think. How wide was the swamp?
It's about a meter.
Oh, so it's
Or-
pretty small. Oh, I was imagining something like, you know.
The actually
30
affected
feet
area is
area.
not that big, all things considered.
Okay,
Oh.
fair enough. Then I'm gonna just use the quarterstaff. Thank you. I'm just gonna
Okay.
nudge it closer to Orpo.
Can I?
Narpo could
I'll
just
just get
walk
a new
off
one.
the root and pick it up himself.
Oh,
I-
well. Well, why don't you do that, you lazy ass?
Oh no, I was asking you to make a hole in the tree, please.
Oh, you meant in it. Okay. Jesus. Okay. Do I need to roll anything to climb closer?
Like I said, because of your small size, these roots are easily traversable. But if you're like something like a human, they probably would be more difficult to do. Like,
Okay,
you can sort
fair
of
enough.
koala cling
then.
to it.
Just
Okay.
get get over here and stab the tree, please.
Yes. Well, I pick up the dagger and stab it to the best of my ability.
You wedge the dagger into the tree,
Stab
but
it.
it's like stuck in the bark now.
It's stuck in the bark. Yes. Can we put
The
like all
tree
of our
barks
strengths
at you.
together or something? The tree cannot bark. It was a person. At the very least, is gonna just swear.
So, so the
But as you, by
Dagger
the
is
way, as
now-
your dagger lands inside, you can't help but get the feeling that the roots are moving. Like they
Wow.
twitched.
Well, we've all seen those elven cartoons to know where this is going. Evil Dead! And the tree scene. Hmm.
okay, so the dagger is now stuck in the tree.
Like a
Damn
little,
it.
like it's like a little bit. Like you could easily.
Just
Okay.
like wiggle it around and pull it out, which I'm gonna do because the tree's moving.
No. Wait. A moment. I hand Ichiki my crowbar. Could you maybe try and hammer it in? Like a
What?
nail?
You serious?
There was a point where we should have stopped, and we've clearly passed it. So let's just keep going where and see what happens. So I'm gonna strike the handle of the thing to drive it in.
In the meantime,
with a
Vomi's
crowbar.
just staring at these guys, arguing.
Yeah,
about the
Vumi's
crowbar.
Vumi's is like horrified. He is on the verge of running away, and basically he listens for the birds.
Yeah.
You hear birds in
Okay.
the distance, but nowhere close.
This was not.
Yeah, so
This is not much better, but it's a 9.
Okay.
Funk.
Well, you managed to hammer it in deeper, like a little bit. You got a tool to help you out, so it's easy enough.
What happens now?
The roots begin to move a little more, but it's still like just more twitching than full movement.
Yeah.
and,
Okay. It
Vu-
does look to
yeah.
me like it's a fair enough
However,
warning. We should
wherever the
probably
roots
yank it
like
out.
go into the ground, like it moves the earth
Yeah.
with very little issue.
Interesting.
Vumi's is like, run! This is too scary. Don't.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's
Okay.
leave this thing and just run away.
Is the dagger now deep enough to maybe draw some sap?
If you could move it, because right now it's plugging the hole it's making.
Okay.
Just
Use
wiggle
the-
it about.
Use the crowbar to crowbar it out.
You can't really crowbar out a knife because it's not deep enough. You can't really use the guard of the knife to like pull it out. But you
Hmm.
can just grab the handle and like move it up and down, and that will free it up a little bit.
Yeah, I'll.
I
Do
can
that with
confirm
my-
because I've been throwing knives at trees for a good portion of my childhood.
Okay, I'll try to wiggle the dagger out with my noodly arms.
Totally.
And he rolls a 20 and he rips the whole tree out.
Give me that strength.
Give me that strength.
Hey!
You actually managed to get it back out again, and notice that the tree
Wow.
is making a strange purplish and red fluid, as in it's two fluids and they are not mixing together.
Oh, I'm.
Does it smell and look like blood?
It smells terrible.
Ugh.
This is like
Filling
this is like you're smelling crude oil.
I'm filling a bottle with this stuff.
The substance flows quite slowly, so it takes a little while. During which Ichiki might have some considerations about this idea.
Yes, I'm looking for a way out. I'm looking for the roots that are moving the least.
Yeah, they are all moving now. Now that the wound has been made, the tree doesn't seem to stop. So,
Yeah.
okay. Give me a dexterity check to make your way back home.
Okay. I'm a
Um,
little bit stronger than Arpo. I suppose I can just kind of grab him and help him out, unless they fail.
Well, he's not done yet, so
Yeah, I'm still gathering tree blood.
you make your way
Well-
right back, right fast.
Arpo, hurry up. This isn't looking good.
Yeah, just a moment.
Can both of you
That's
roll
what
me a
she said.
perception check, please?
Oh.
Arpo cannot.
Both?
He
Oh,
is
yeah.
unable to notice this.
No.
Okay.
But Homies is listening to birds.
Then only you get it. No, nothing seems to be going on. Everything's fine.
Uh-oh.
Everything is fine.
Yeah, that's the famous last words.
Mm-hmm. Seems fine enough, at least.
If we ever do become villains of our own story, because kobolds are technically lawful evil, I'm gonna be abusing the 100 rules of evil overlord. Like, don't even try to talking me out of it.
Just shoot him.
Okay.
Well,
how
As you
long
do
does
this,
it
I'm
take
going to need a strength saving throw.
Oh no.
From Arpo?
Arpo, yes, please.
Hey,
That could have
I'm
been worse.
rolling good.
But you are now grappled by a slimy purple pseudopod
Ugh.
You.
coming from the swamp itself.
Oh no.
Ugh. Have
It
I
squeezes
at
with
least,
the vigor of an angry and hungry viper.
have I at least gathered a bottle of tree blood?
You do. It's a very awkward
Yay.
mixture as it flows around in the bottle.
Well,
Safi.
yeah. Little help here.
What can we do to help? We gotta go and grab him.
Vumis is going to stay away from this.
Yeah, Vumis is in full like denial mode right now.
This never
Do I
happened.
need to use
I never had a
dexterity?
friend called Arpo.
Sorry, what?
You heard me. Never had a friend called Arpo. Don't worry about it. This never happened.
Wait, what?
He's in denial. And things are
Oh,
going bad.
oh, in that sense, I thought GM was telling me. It's
No,
like,
no,
you,
no.
you know.
But yes.
Dexterity?
What are you trying to do?
Going help Arpo, jump back across the roots and grab him and pull him out.
Are my hands tied up or...
No, it's just like
Can I-
around your waist.
Okay, I'm trying to firebolt the thing.
Good thing it's not flammable, by the way, because you'd be on fire.
Cast your
Don't-
firebolt.
We don't know that yet. So what?
Well, we did ask the guy who was carrying the thing and said, is it flammable?
So what does this actually? You know, make a range spell attack against the creature. Okay. And that's so wait. Range spell attack. Oh, there we go. Blam.
You fire a most majestic fireball at it. The tendril glows with mighty energy. In a very
Uh-oh.
blood crimson red.
Ooh.
Oh no.
And it seems to grow hotter for a split second. As if it was entirely on fire around your waist.
Ah,
Oh no. Yeah, it might not be a best idea to actually try to attack it that way.
You take 2 fire damage as your waist is burned.
ow.
Okay, Vumis is going to throw a dagger at the thing.
Don't forget, you've
Is
got that one
non-good.
dagger that's really good for throwing.
No, not that one. Not that
Oh.
one. He
We don't
doesn't
wanna
want
lose
to
that
lose
one.
it.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead. Well, you throw a dagger. It swishes through the air and impales directly into the tentacle, which seems mostly unaffected by it, since it's a tentacle. Made out of goo.
Hmm.
No.
Well, make
Don't
sure
do
it doesn't.
that.
Make sure it doesn't grow like on you after that.
Can I try and cut the tentacle with my dagger?
It is starting to pull you into the swamp, like it's starting to nudge you away from the island and into the water itself.
Holy
Yeah.
crap! What can I do?
Vumis would
Okay.
which one of you would like to receive bardic inspiration?
I would probably want to because I'm gonna cast a spell.
Go ahead. So yeah, so
I'm
yeah, so
looking
yeah, so
for my
Vumis,
book for
so
something
Vumis
that's
basically
useful.
shouts a metal slogan, and you're inspired.
So yeah, I'm desperately hacking at the tentacle with my dagger.
Does this creature resemble anything that I might know about?
Nope.
I'm asking. So it's completely unknown. Well, in that case, I would like to try to put it to sleep, but also not hit Arpo with it.
No, that would be a bad idea.
Well, Arpro's still on land, so if he falls asleep, he just fall on the ground.
Oh, we'll see. Yeah, and yes, so I'd like to use my bonus action to give bardic inspiration, and as a main action, I'd is Cure Wounds a touch spell?
Okay.
Cure
What did you
wounds
say?
is-
Someone called for a second there.
Sorry.
Okay. So can I remotely heal Arpo?
Do you have something like healing word?
I'm
Yes.
not
Well,
that
he does
into-
healing word and he healing
And
touch.
Cure Wounds.
This Arpo, yeah, he's only taken like 2 damage.
Yeah, I'm slightly singed.
He's taken like 10% of his max HP in that. And that was his own fault, truth be told, so the tentacle itself doesn't seem to be hurting him.
Is Tentacle vulnerable to vicious mockery?
You don't know if it can even hear you.
It probably doesn't have ears. Well, I would like to cast
Yes,
a
yes,
spell.
yeah,
Give me a
Sleep
moment.
on
Yeah,
the
yes, yeah.
monster. Okay.
Alright.
Arpo, is it something that you might recognize?
What?
Is the creature something that you might recognize?
I don't know. I shout back as I'm hacking at the tentacle.
Well, technically, like, we're different types of mages, so probably due to your education, you might know more than I do.
We were taught by the same shaman. Ah,
Well, we're different classes, is what I mean. But yes, I'm gonna try to cast sleep on this thing. What? You do know something, don't you?
And now I'm proper back.
Hello, Safi.
Hello.
Does Arpo know something about this that I might not know?
yeah.
No. You have no clue what this is. You can draw comparisons between things that you might have learned of or seen before, but
But yeah, we've been taught by the same shaman, so we have no idea. So, I would like to cast the sleeping spell. Let me see how exactly it works. All right, because hit points. Yeah, it works because of the hit. for the hit points. How many hit points does this thing have?
You don't know.
Well, I'm casting it the sleep at this thing, so I'll either cover all of its hit points and put it to sleep with Arpo, or I won't. In which case, Arpo will not fall asleep.
So where exactly do you cast this?
Do I have? Yes, I have to see the point. So I would like to cast it at the point where the tentacle originates.
Okay. Well, in that case, I think Arpo is also in reach. But it doesn't matter, because as you strike the original originating point, the entire pool glows with strange energies. For a brief moment. And Arpo, I need a saving throw from you. Wisdom.
Yeah. Can I, like, make some kind of thing to notice that if this thing is absorbing magic?
I mean, if you're paying attention, yes.
I'm kind of staring at the thing and experiencing these things very first hand.
Yes, then you are very much aware that this is going on right now.
What
Okay.
what kind of magic is this absorbing?
Yes, it's absorbing magic. It absorbed sleep somehow.
Oh, oh dear, no.
Yeah, I don't think magic is going to help us here. So,
That being
am
said,
I now...
Arpo has yet to roll like... Okay.
I need wisdom.
Arpo, you're fine. You don't fall asleep. But I'm going to need an attack roll on you cutting this thing with your dagger.
Right. Hack. And
Oh
slash.
dear.
Where do you cut it?
That's actually pretty freaking good.
At the... Like it's coiled around me, I'm going to hack at the point where it, like, goes into the swamp.
Okay.
Like the...
You manage to separate yourself, and the stuff that is around your waist suddenly on the ground.
Ugh. I run away.
Give me a dexterity, because you're running across the roots instead of taking your time. Wah wah. You
Oh, no.
slip.
Well,
You slip
I'm
over.
gonna jump in and try to carry him out.
Dexterity saving throw. From Kobold.
Yes. Yes.
Just as a reminder, some of you can use bardic inspiration.
That looks actually, that would actually probably look very funny. It's like life or death situation. Somebody's drowning in a swamp, and Woomies in the background is doing a 6 solo.
Finally, I need a strength saving throw to actually hold on to him, because the first one was just to make it there, and now you're trying to hold on. You were
Please
holding
use
on to this
bardic
noodly
inspiration
boy,
for that.
who is like inches from touching the goo below.
I don't want to be goo.
The pseudopod that you cut off seems completely unaffected by the fact that it's been cut into pieces,
Hmm.
and is starting to move towards you, still.
Oh
Okay.
no!
Run. Run very fast.
Can you imagine we're on far away, and then like 5 years later, it crawls back to you?
And it had you a Groupon!
Well, I mean, it's not gonna let you away without a happy ending.
Oh my fucking god, come on.
What?
I don't know.
It's a tentacle. What else is it gonna do?
Okay, so we run as soon as we are on a solid ground.
You're now on solid ground, and as you, presumably not going to stick around on the purple grass, you can't help but notice that once you leave the purple grass, the pseudopod just back into the water. The tree eventually stops moving.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right, interesting. What if we wait a moment, catch our breath, it doesn't do anything, and then I step onto the purple grass again.
Before that happens, Vumi would like to put his bucket on Appa's head with a vengeance.
Don't break his neck. He's a noodle boy.
All right. In that case, roll me a dexterity roll, Vomis. That's
No!
That was a critical fail.
yeah. In which case you miss
No!
Arpo completely.
Oh, at least the bucket is safe. At least the bucket is safe. Yes, yes.
Oh, so good. So as I watch Woomy suddenly stumble past me with a bucket. Oh, so you're interested in this stuff too?
No, I want you to stop experimenting with this scary thing. It's scary.
That's the point.
It's interesting.
No, it's weird. It's bad.
Well, so
No.
are we.
No.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Well,
By the way, we only got the sap, but we didn't get a sample of the thing. So once this thing calms down, I would like to step back in and try to.
That's
scoop
what
up
I'm
more.
doing. I'm stepping on the purple grass and seeing if the cube
It does
starts
not.
moving. All right. I creep slowly closer to the edge of the cube and put a bottle in it.
You scoop out the goo.
Ugh.
It's very thick and viscous.
Huh.
And it kind of reminds you
Like-
of putting your hands straight into a pile of viscera.
Ugh. Nasty.
It's also really
So-
cold.
Well,
Weird.
well, it's in the middle of the forest. Like it's in shade. Probably gonna be pretty cold.
Okay, so I fill the remaining 7 bottles with purple cube.
You now have 7 bottles of swamp goo. They each weigh a pound each.
Oh,
So it's 7 pounds. Let's spread them around then, so you don't have to carry all of that.
okay. How many bottles of swamp goo do you want?
Well, ideally, I wanted to spread them like 2 each.
There's 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there will be an extra one. I suppose you can keep the extra one.
Does Woomies want some swamp goo?
No.
Right.
No. 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 And Rumi's kind of like sweats his little paws in the air in disgust.
Alright then. So, how many bottles of swamp goo do you want, Ichiki?
No.
2. I'm still over carrying capacity.
Okay, I'll take 3.
I'm still over carrying capacity.
This is what you get when you have 2 strength.
Oh my god. Is there anything you can give us?
I could give you more bottles.
Okay, go nuts.
No.
How much strength do you guys have?
I have 10 strength.
Same.
I
So yeah, I
have 2.
suppose we can spread the the rest of the
So-
bottles between us.
Okay,
I will
so-
not carry good bottles, not at all.
Fine,
Total.
I'll carry all of them. Jesus.
So both of you have a strength of 10, while I have 2. It's wonderful.
Because we accounted for penalties.
Okay, so I hand
To be
you
fair, you
all
had 6
7.
before the penalties, so...
Hmm.
It wasn't getting any better.
Okay, so I hand you all 7 bottles of swamp goo.
Goo!
No! Vumis jumps away.
So they weigh 1 pound each, so I have 7 bottles of 1 pound. Well, not 17, 7.
That's a lot of goo.
Oh. Yes. And they weigh 1 pound each. So my total weight is 14 pounds.
Hmm. While I keep the bottle of free blood to myself. Does it move inside the bottle?
Yup. It seems to be swirling around a whole bunch.
Did we buy any corks?
The bottles had like little stoppers on them, so yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Ooh, interesting.
Vumi's, well, after all is said and done, Vumi still tries to put a bucket on Arbo's head.
Hey,
And like
That's
so
cute.
that his head would end up inside the bucket.
quit it. I'm not a Skyrim shopkeeper.
Why did you do that?
In the name
Why
of
did you
science.
do- No!
Because it was
It's bad.
interesting.
It isn't interesting. It's bad. It's weird. Have you seen what it did to that guy? It's weird.
It
Yeah.
didn't really do anything to that guy. He was perfectly fine.
No, he turned into a tree. No.
He turned into a tree because we stole his catalyst. He
Yeah.
was probably trying to turn the kobold into a tree.
Ah!
Something.
I'm gonna complain about you. You're bad. Why? You're my friends and you're bad. Why did you do this? Why do you do this?
Why would you complain? We actually enjoy being your only options as friends.
Vumis is like really, really sad. He starts to cry.
No.
I'm sorry.
No.
Vumis is like, you're mean, and he runs away into the snow ahead of the party.
Wait, snow?
Snow. It's summer.
It's summer, yeah, there was no snow.
No, I mean,
Where did you
back
find
into the
snow?
den.
Where
I
did
said
you find
snarl,
snow?
not snow.
Vumis heads back home.
Oh. Okay.
The day is saved.
They say
just
Vumi's is scared though.
Oh, I was just reminded of a Finnish comedy thing.
Arbo and Ichki remain.
Let's follow him. Let's go. I don't want
Yeah.
to hang out around that tree.
No. I might get ideas. Hmm.
Okay, so now we can probably head out to the wizard, unless was the wizard that we've been trying to check out.
No. The wizard headed east. This was a side thing.
Yeah, they saw him leave this morning, so.
Okay.
Well, I was kind of contemplating about tasting some of this stuff, but maybe not then.
Yeah, let's find a different kobold and feed it to them on a bet,
Ooh, or
and then see
maybe,
what happens.
or maybe a human?
Excuse me.
It's like contaminate the local, like pour it down the well, and then look the whole village and turn into monsters.
Ooh,
What a
yeah,
great
that's
idea. That can only work out in your favor.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be horrible. Even for like that will probably move us into chaotic evil immediately.
Depends on your
fine.
motivations.
Well, motivations we were gonna do it for shits and giggles, but you know it's all shits and giggles until somebody giggles and shits. So, so let's not for now. I mean, look, let's find for a human settlement that really pisses us off, and then use it there. Okay? Sounds fair.
All right. Yep.
Let's do it to people that actually deserve that.
Yep, that sounds like a plan.
I mean,
But,
at best case scenario is going to turn them into bloodthirsty monsters, and that'll learn them not to be assholes to kobolds. And worst case scenario is going to give them the runs, which is like also don't piss off the kobolds.
Assholes to
Well-
kobolds sound like a really, really specific case of material transmutation.
That's the spell. You turn assholes to kobolds.
It's like
You cast
sticks
it on
to
a
snakes,
person, and
but,
instead of an ass,
it's like
they have
sticks
two
to
kobolds.
snakes, but it's really perverse.
Yes.
It basically turns people into reverse kobold centaurs.
Anyway,
Anyway.
you guys are still chilling out by the tree. Except for Vogel's
Yeah.
gone.
Oh,
We're gonna follow Woomies, yes.
yeah, we chase after Woomies.
You are now at the Snarl. Wherever Vomies is, I do not know.
Vumis is hiding somewhere in a corner crying.
Oh,
A lot of kobolds like come up to me and are like, "Oh, they're there." Give me little pat-pats.
But he did say that kobolds generally don't care about us.
But he's crying.
Yeah,
Oh.
basically, this guy is usually like cheerful, always happy, like annoyingly so, and now he suddenly runs back and he cries into the
The most
bucket.
cheerful person is now the saddest person.
Yes.
crying into
This is
his
basically
pocket.
this is basically like seeing a president of your country suddenly hop, skip, and jumping on the street with an ice cream. It's that kind of shock.
Heck.
Anyway. What do you do?
We're gonna make Woomies the president of the country.
Mm.
Oh my god.
Okay, so we are back in our town, right?
Yes.
Well, we have the goo. Can we ask the shaman if he knows what the hell this is?
The shaman already had goo. That's why his people went out to collect it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wait,
is that the
No, wait a
only
second.
reason why you collected goo?
Well, I collected goo because it sounded
we
interesting.
did it for science, yeah. I didn't know that the shaman actually sent us to do this.
No, no, he didn't. He had
He did
other
not.
people. He had other people bring it to him, from whom we learned that there is goo to collect. Then we went to collect goo because I just wanted some goo, basically.
Oh,
I just wanted some goo. Sounds like a very nice prog rock
And
band
this is the point
song
where
name.
Ichiki kills Arpo.
I'm not gonna
I
kill
just
my only
wanted-
friends. I mean, my
I
only
just
other
wanted
friend is
some
literally
goo.
a person that died a long time ago.
Oh,
Heck.
I mean, I literally dress up people for Journey to the Next World. I'm not gonna care. I'm not gonna kill my friends, basically. Jesus Christ.
And so begins the extended conversation on how I'm not going to kill you, promise.
Yes, I'm not going to kill you because I have good reasons not to kill you.
well,
What a discussion.
That's nice to hear.
What a great birthday present.
Hey, I won't be killed by my friends. Ooh.
That also sounds like a good song name for that band.
Vomies is still crying.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
he's like the bucket is halfway filled.
Ooh.
Oh.
Well,
Gotta sit next to him, give him a good old pat.
Other kobolds have already been doing that for a while.
Well,
You're going to
they
need
didn't
heavy
know him
artillery.
personally. Heavy artillery.
Vumis is like, why are they so mean?
Cost
It's so
enlarge
bad."
person and then pat.
Cast what person?
Enlarge person.
You're going to give Vumis a big pat-pats. Oh dear.
Well, I mean, if regular pats don't work, then I suppose
Mega pets.
this kind of this size of pats is gonna help more.
Ah! Holy shit.
Unfortunately, I don't know enlarge person.
okay. I'll try and distract Woomies with a fireworks display.
Inside a cave. Oh my god.
And then you burn our home. Thank you very much.
I'm
More like everyone's going to
It's
go
like-
deaf.
I
going
would
to
like
use
to
my-
actually.
going to make a light show with my prestidigitation.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
No
Oh.
one goes deaf.
I'm going to download this video. I'm gonna edit it. I'm gonna get to the part where Arpo says, "I'm gonna do a fireworks show," and then I say, "Inside a cave," and he says, "Yes," and then they cut to like a burning town footage.
Heck.
Yeah. What's this?
But yes. It's not up to me to decide whatever Arpo feels better, though.
Vumis.
Fumis, yes.
Feel better.
No, I'm
Yes.
sad. I'm sad. You're mean and that goo is bad.
What can we do to make you feel better? Wanna go and kill something?
Vumis like stands up with his bucket half full and with his still streaming. He's going to run to that priest to tell them all about the goo.
Um,
You're going to run straight into the shrine chamber, crying?
Yes.
No, that would be rude. I'm gonna try to stop him from doing that.
You probably want to stop him because there are guards outside that room that might take some problems with someone just running and crying.
Yes.
But yes! If you're
Do we
going to
need to
stop him,
roll
that's a
strength?
bow strength check.
Which would be clicky. He starts running. I just grab him by the nape of the neck and just pull him back.
No, Vumi, you just put it. You just keep a hand on his shoulder while Vumi's like in place sonic-wise.
Oh my.
I probably have a video for this, and I would not be me if I didn't try to find it.
Yes. Yeah, so basically Vumis keeps running in place like that until he's like tired. He goes and then he keeps running again like that. This repeats like 2 more times until he's finally tired out, sits in there and starts crying again.
I've linked to the video.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Okay, that's fair enough. Safi, you said you did have something planned for us for the session. Could you tell us?
It's not really applicable ever since we started. It'll come in later.
Hey.
This is a special tool that will help us later, right?
Yes.
I hope so.
It's okay, Boobies. He won't go near the tree again, unless our superiors.
But you
order
have
us
that.
to.
But you have that bad goo, and you were burned. Just look at the burns. I mean,
But that was me.
and you left my quarterstaff there.
Did we?
I assume that you had the decency to pick it up.
Yeah.
But it's probably
Yeah, it's
like
because
covered.
it kept onto
is
it.
it covered in goo?
No, you just
No,
left it on the ground.
because we didn't stick it
Okay.
into the goo. I wanted to
Yeah.
like poke the knife with it.
Yeah, Umi's like snatches the quarterstaff angrily. Like, look at how you make me feel. So
Sorry.
yeah, Vumis is very, very upset with his friends.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah.
Hey, would it maybe cheer you up if he threw these bottles at some?
No!
Oh. Someone you don't like?
No!
Come on. Just someone you really don't like. Just imagine someone you really don't like covered in purple goo.
No! And Vumi starts crying again.
Aw, that'd be fun.
What are you doing, Arpo? This is like... This is...
The kobolds that were around Arpo have sort of dissolved by now. They've gone away. Ihwe.
Hmm. Well, anyway, I don't actually have any of the bottles. Hmm. Well, what would you then want to do, please?
Wumi's basically picks up his bucket, comes to Arpo, and empties the half-filled bucket of tears on Arpo's head.
salty.
Yeah, and then he
Kobold
goes,
tears.
yes. Arpo, take 18 acid damage. No. and
Your tears,
he basically,
tears are acid.
and he weakly tells, please don't do that again. It's bad.
I
I thought you would die. I don't want my friends to die.
I totally forgot. Last time we wanted to get red dragon scale for as a catalyst for one of our spells,
Oh,
and we're technically worshipping a red dragon.
hmm.
Very much so.
Yes. Is there any way for us to safely obtain that without having to actually, go and like tear it off from a dragon?
Well, they probably collect some shed skills around here. But getting them requires you to do favors.
Okay. What kind of favors?
Well, considering the cleric's currently very busy with, all kinds of stuff with whatever that goo is about,
Yeah.
he might not have anything for you to do.
Oh,
Can
Okay.
we use this favor as actually a favor? Because we brought the goo?
He already has goo. He doesn't need you to bring any.
Oh, sorry.
oh. What about the tree blood? What would they be interested in that?
If you can convince him that it is in fact what you claim it to be, because there's no sticker of authenticity on it, so.
Well, I show them the contents of the bottle, the swirling about, and I should.
Alright, so you head over to the
Okay.
shrine, which is
Yes.
adjacent to the dragon landing area.
Landing areas, there's like a white circle with a big letter D inside of it. Is it like landing for dragons?
Sure.
Dragons
But the
are
D is backwards.
Yes, because kobolds can't spell. Wait, wouldn't backwards D be just like upside down? And on a landing pad, it wouldn't really mean anything.
No. It's like a square, but one of its sides caves inward rather than outward.
Oh my god.
It's that kind of wrong side.
The wrong side, the Hail Hortler situation.
Yes, kind of like this.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, it looks more like a stylized C in that kind of drawing.
But yes, you arrive at the shrine area, and because Vomis isn't bawling his eyes out, the guards aren't going to make a fuss if you walk inside, provided that, you don't look too suspicious.
Well, I'm technically wearing a badass cloak, and I look totally like a human. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, and there's now a human inside the Kobold Sanctum somehow.
Considering you got in here without triggering the traps, they're pretty sure that you're probably on the up and up.
Okay. Safi, thanks for putting up with our shit. We really appreciate it.
Yes, I'm really sorry for role-playing Woomies properly.
It's okay.
And missing putting a heavy wooden bucket on top of Apple's head for all the grief.
Anyway,
Yes,
the cleric.
the cleric. We'd like to try and persuade him that the stuff that we brought is well, excuse me, is real good.
The stuff that we put is.
Someone has to roll persuasion on this, and you are allowed to make an Arcana check to sort
Arcana
of
check?
emphasize your point.
Yeah, Boomies
Like
would
it,
like to
like it.
persuade.
Wow.
Well,
Wait, I rolled perception, not persuasion. Damn it. There you go.
They're all talking at once.
Boomies does a little dance. Kobold dance revolution.
Well, you managed to convince him. Kind of tilts his head, takes a look at the bottle, casts some detect magic on it, and goes.
He's no motorcycle. I'm sorry.
And when we when we tap the tree to get this stuff, it started to move.
Did it now?
They were-
Did it now?
Yes, there were tentacles rising from the ooze.
Yeah,
That's
and
also a
as
good
you can
song
see,
name.
the liquid is moving on its own volition.
Is that all
So-
you did to the ghoul?
Well, we bottled some goo for our own independent research.
If you cast a spell on it, it absorbs it.
Oh
And if
yeah,
it
Yes.
becomes that spell,
Yes,
it's
this is-
bad.
The instinct of our group is actually the smartest person. Thank you, Woomies.
And
Yes.
basically, Vumis is like complaining, and he's really, really good at sniffing out compromising information about people.
Yes, the goo was indeed absorbing our spells as we attacked it.
They
Albo is bad.
Hmm.
they make a mental note of it, and they take the goo, but they ask what you want for it, because you wouldn't be here to show off the goo if you didn't want something.
Please tell Alpois he is bad. I don't want him to do this anymore.
All right, Arpo,
Oh.
you're not allowed to leave the snow for a week.
Oh.
Well, if that was everything,
Okay.
you can go now.
Now Ichiki had something.
Yeah, we
I already gave
Can
you
we
something. Go.
did he actually give us the scale?
No. He gave Arpo a house arrest.
Admonishment.
Oh. Okay. I would like to get a red dragon scale. What
No,
would you
I
like
gave you.
in exchange
Go.
for it?
I gave you something already. You've gotten what you wanted. Now go.
But we didn't want that.
Well, he asked for it.
Vumis,
And he clearly
Vumis
wanted it.
sniffs. Vumis sniffles and turns around.
Boomies, come on.
But you,
Go!
you're nasty.
I have things to do.
Okay. Maybe next time.
Youngsters these
Right.
days.
Right. We keeping one of the purple bottles, right?
You've all of them, actually. You've given none to him except the tree blood.
The tree
Okay.
blood, so we still have 7 of them.
Good.
You might want to trade for the tree blood. Actually, you haven't shown it yet,
What?
have you?
We
Have you
just gave
shown?
him the tree blood. Yes.
They just
That's
gave him the
what-
tree blood, and in return, you got house arrest for Arpo.
Oh,
Yeah. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Thanks.
Now I'll have to sneak out of the snarl to find the wizard.
Or you can help Ichiki actually learn the spells from the book.
He's a sorcerer.
Yeah.
He can't do magic book stuff.
Yeah.
That's not my thing, really. Books. Actually, but stealing back my soul is kind of my thing.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay, well, we now need to smuggle Arpo out of the settlement somehow.
No, I won't. He's bad.
Well,
He's your best friend.
maybe I won't be so bad when I get my soul back.
Actually, is there a persuasion combat? Is persuasion combat between player characters?
What are you
something
trying
that
to
may happen?
achieve?
Can he persuade Vumis in character?
To do what?
Basically, can he persuade Vumis that maybe his friend wouldn't be so bad if he helps him sneak out and return his soul?
Actually, that is a kind of a mechanic in a burning wheel, but
Well, I mean, it's your character.
Okay, well, all right. Vumis trust him. He basically goes, "Are you sure about that?"
I hope so.
Okay, but but promise you don't be bad for now, okay? But,
What would you consider to be bad, other than messing around with an evil tree?
I mean, yeah, don't do that. Don't do bad magic. It's bad. Yeah, Vumi's
Alright then.
basically is just in the very, very distressed state.
Okay, I promise not to do bad magic.
Okay, really, really promise.
Sure.
Okay, but if you
do-
do bad magic, I'm going to throw a bucket at you.
Okay, that's a deal. By the way, do
Okay.
you consider walking on walls to be bad?
On walls?
What do you mean?
Well, I have magic that lets me walk on walls, so is that
Show
bad?
me. Show me.
It's very dangerous, you know.
In what way is it dangerous?
Because you're walking on walls.
And ceilings.
Yes.
Yeah, so Vumis asks Arpo to show the stuff.
Well, I guess I can also use this when we sneak out. So okay, I cast spider climb and start walking on the wall, and then on the ceiling. I'm just standing on the ceiling upside down.
Yeah, Vumis basically stares at him, starry-eyed, his mouth slightly agape in a very cute expression. He's like, he found the new spark of inspiration. Now he wants to do the same. He wants to roam the ceilings freely. Yeah, so basically, yeah, you have Vumis' appreciation again.
Ta-da!
Are you going to help
Vumis
us?
like carefully puts a bucket on the floor and starts clapping, like in a really, really childish way, but
There are some
Yeah,
other kobolds
he hasn't-
nearby who are like, oh, that's nice.
I bow from the ceiling.
how do you bow from the ceiling? Do it like bend
Like you'd
backwards?
bow on the floor.
The same way you bow on the floor, it just works the other way, like you're just looking from above.
Except he has
Okay.
very low strength score, so I don't think he has the stomach muscles for this.
Yeah, well,
Please don't
yeah, I
throw
think
up
it's
all
like
over everything.
bending backwards, closer to the ground. Like, tilts his head up.
Okay, so I have so little muscle power that when I walk on the ceiling, my arms are hanging down. I don't have the strength to keep them up.
You're like doing the praise the sun gesture all over the place.
Heck.
Whereas the sun gesture only works if you have the palms out. just a FYI.
You're
Okay,
making quite the show.
Right. Can we now maybe sneak out?
Bulumis are gonna help us smuggle Arpo out.
Can we do it not today, please? I kinda need to wash this powder away from me.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
we're still gonna be following like a dude, so we probably still would need it.
Yeah, we kind of heading back up, out. So these guys would be a good idea.
Vumis is kinda tired.
Oh,
Yeah, because like he's been in deep emotional shock. Now there's like this beautiful performance.
will we
He's
actually
really
have?
tired.
Will we actually have enough time to catch up with the guy?
I mean, if he probably sets up shop for a little while, so he might be over at the next town for a little bit.
Okay,
Mm.
that's fair enough. But we'll have to move on the double.
You probably can't just slick around a whole while.
Okay, so do we take like a nap?
You could do whatever you
Sophie?
want. Why are you asking me if you can take a nap? Yes, you can.
I mean, let's take a nap, and basically that's what we're going to start off in during the next session.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, that's fair enough.
okay. So equivalent of a long rest.
Yep, you get all your
So-
shit back.
Alright. Awesome. Okay, so next time we are chasing after a fortune teller who maybe knows stuff about souls.
Yep.
Cool.
You've amounted to so much today.
Well, we got house arrested.
Well, Arpo got
Only
house
one of us
arrested.
got house arrested, actually.
Instead of getting a red dragon scale.
Yes.
Yeah, what did you get for your birthday? I got older! Yeah.
I mean, you could have just not taken Vumis with you in an emotional state to the cleric.
Well,
Yes.
There's an old saying that goes, if you ever go to a genie, you know,
Ask for a sandwich.
ask for a sandwich. Yes.
No.
A red dragon skill sandwich. And just pluck the scale out. Wait, what if he just puts a whole dragon in the sandwich?
Yeah,
It's a
basically
DIY
like,
kit.
Is it
Yeah,
gonna
like,
be
uh,
like a big dragon or like a small dragon?
I just imagine like a big red dragon holding like one slice of bread on the palm and holding another slice of, and basically like stepped on another slice of bread with a single claw on the foot.
No, it's literally one giant ancient worm, and there is a piece of bread with butter on his back and on his belly.
And they're kind of stuck on with the butter.
Yes.
This is great. Anyway, I think I'm gonna no longer stream on YouTube because it just does not draw a crowd. And at least on Twitch, someone shows up sometimes.
Oh well.
I said I wouldn't do
Yeah,
cross
yeah.
stuff, but Jesus, man.
I think streaming on Twitch is going to be a much better idea.
Woo!
It's probably
Also,
gonna be one of these.
I have less
dragons,
problems with
except-
videos
Right.
because if I do it on Twitch and I then just upload the video, it's a lot less trouble because YouTube sometimes swallows streams and hides them and makes them hard to find.
Yes, that is really, really bad.
Good job, YouTube. Anyway, what an exciting session. You stole from a store and you got some goo.
Yep.
You get 100 experience each for trying your best.
Wait,
Okay, 100 experience, so that's 1030.
Toast dragon.
Have I shown you the
Dragon.
burger monster?
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna cut the stream now. Unless someone's got something to say other than goodbye.
Okay, thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yay!
I hope you have enjoyed the traditional insanity that we have here.
Heck and a half.
And a half.
Goodbye.
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 yep,